Hi, in this video we're going through the Counterfeit Cash Motorcycle Club or biker business in GTA 5 online. Hi and welcome back, my name's Dan and I'm an old grumpy gamer. Grand Theft Auto is a truly massive game. Between GTA 5 and the constant updates from Rockstar for GTA Online, there's no shortage of new content and interesting things to do. Join me then as we look at every business in GTA 5 Online, starting with one of the entry-level ones, the Counterfeit Cash business. Before we dive in, if you're new to the channel, we do how-to guides, news and giveaways, so consider subscribing and ringing the bell to stay up to date. I'm going to be honest with you, the biker businesses in GTA Online are not great solo. They're doable, but you have to watch them like a hawk. And why is that? Well, the sell missions. If you let any of the stock levels go above a quarter, that's just above the first marker, you'll end up delivering multiple lots of product. That's at least 2 vehicles and sometimes up to 10 individual drops. Let it go above half and you'll end up with 3 vehicles and up to 15 drops. And if you let the stock levels go above 3/4, that's 4 vehicles and up to 20 drops. I can tell you from experience, you cannot deliver more than 3 vehicles worth of product. There's just not enough time available in the half hour you get for a sell mission. And there's always a massive risk of having product destroyed while it's left unattended back at base, especially considering this can only be done in a public lobby. If, however, you're willing to put in the work, or you have a group of mates you kick around with in GTA regularly, then you're good to go. Also, despite the claims and statements from others about biker businesses, this is not a truly passive business. Certainly not like the passive components of the arcade, nightclub, or agency. As I mentioned, there are sell missions where you have to carry your goods across the map in public, free roam lobbies. And if you want to make any real money, then you have to do supply missions too, which are basically fetch quests. Now, assuming you haven't switched off the video, let's get into it. The Counterfeit Cash facility, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is one of the cheaper businesses in GTA Online. And if you want to work it, it will earn you roughly $47,600 per hour with upgrades. And you need those upgrades because without them, it'll only bring in about $22.5 per hour, and that's really not worth the effort. Okay, so let's start with your budget. Before you can purchase a Counterfeit Cash shop, you will need to have a motorcycle club set up. The cheapest one you can grab is the Great Chaparral Clubhouse at $200,000. It's a bit out of the way, but if you're on a tight budget, this is the one to go for. Once you have the clubhouse set up, you can purchase a new cash production facility. The cheapest one is in the Grand Senora Desert, Blaine County at $845,000. But again, it's out in the boondocks and is a bit of a pain. So if you have the coin, grab something a bit closer to town. Next will be the upgrades, and you need the upgrades. Upgraded equipment will set you back $800,000 even and staff an additional $273,000. With the improved facility, you should also invest in the security at $456,000. Oh, and it's worth noting the price for the upgrades is the same regardless of which location you choose. Right, so that's the clubhouse, business, and upgrades, which comes to a total minimum spend of $2,574,000 plus $6,000 per hour to cover staff and maintenance. Assuming you make the maximum possible of $47,600 per hour, that means around 62 hours of real-world gameplay to make break even. So this is definitely a long-term investment. Right, so looking at the business locations in detail, you have 4 different options available. The Grand Senora Desert, Blaine County at $845,000. Toledo Bay, also in Blaine County at $951,000. Cypress Flats in East Los Santos at $975,000. And finally in Vespucci Canals, West Los Santos for $1,605,000 even, which is the one I ended up with because it's kind of closer to my other businesses. Oh, unlike later businesses and facilities, there's no ability to customize the aesthetic of the building. You simply get what you get. Once you've made your purchase, head over to the new facility and head on in. You'll get a quick briefing, and once that's done, head over to the computer. Make sure you're a club president, then sit down and log in. You'll be presented with a single option, Setup. Click the Setup button and then Confirm. You'll immediately be booted back into the lobby, and LJT, or Long John Teabag, will give you a bell. Oh, and there's a working theory that this is actually Lester using a vocoder, and to be honest, I can see it. Okay, so follow the GPS to the waypoint, return your personal vehicle to storage, then jump in the vehicle and head back to the lockup. Once you're there, drive into the Corona and you'll be dropped back into the business facility where you'll get another quick briefing. Once you've had a wander around, head back over to the computer, sit down and log in and head to upgrades. Next, we want to cycle through all of the available upgrades and purchase them. You could skip these, but the business is not nearly as profitable or secure without them, so you really want to grab them. And with that done, you should have a full round of supplies and fully upgraded facility. Head back back out and spend some time doing contact missions or maintaining other businesses. And after a while, you can pop back in and see how your operation is running. Rightio, the next thing we need to cover is resupplying your business. That is organizing the materials required to produce your new sellable stock. So there's two ways of doing this. You can purchase supplies or you can steal them. Purchasing supplies is pretty straightforward. Head to the PC in your business, sit down, and then click the resupply button. You'll see the cost of the item right here. It's normally about 75 grand, but you can do a partial resupply a bit cheaper. If you have other businesses on the go, purchasing supplies might be the way to go because it leaves you free to manage the other facilities. The other option is to steal supplies. If you go for this one, you'll be booted from the business back into the lobby where you'll get another call detailing what you have to do to collect the supplies. This is normally one of about half a dozen missions, so listen to it carefully. It is important. Once you've completed the sell mission, production will get rolling or continue if you hadn't let everything run out. Okay, so after a while you'll have some stock available, and that means it's time for a sell mission. As mentioned at the start of the video, you have to watch this like a hawk. If you allow the stock to go above the first marker or so, you may end up having to do 2 runs to sell. For the sake of this video though, I'm selling a bit earlier than normal so you can see what goes on. So head back to the business premises, wander over to the PC, sit down, log in, and click sell stock. You'll be presented with 2 sell options, a quicker, cheaper mission or a longer mission that will get you a better price. We always want to go for the higher amount. Again, we've gone pretty early here for the sake of this video, so don't worry about the low price. So click the higher amount. If you've let it go too long, you may see this interrupt message. If you do, it means at least 2 vehicles, which isn't ideal, but still doable if you have a friend or you're in a quiet lobby. Click the confirm button next, and you'll be booted back into the public lobby. After a moment, you'll get another call from LJT. Listen to it carefully. It is important. LJT will brief you on one of half a dozen different sell missions. Simply follow the instructions to drop off the goods, avoiding any griefers, and you're good. As soon as the last package is dropped, the money will be deposited in your account and you can continue putting around in free mode. Oh, and if you run out of time or you get your cargo destroyed by a griefer, you will still get a partial payment for anything you have delivered. Okay, 2 more things before we wrap up. If you're going to go AFK while production is going on, or you have some other non-businessy stuff to do, disband your MC. This will reduce the chance of being ripped off or raided. Finally, on maximizing profits. Surprisingly enough, you really want to pay for supplies. The resupply missions take between 6 and 10 minutes each, and you need 5 missions to fully resupply, so that is at least half an hour, but more likely 45 minutes. In that same 45 minutes, you can rail through some VIP work and a few triple money contact missions, and make way more than the 75 grand that it cost for supplies. So you're making a more efficient use of your time. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Check out the video up the top for another MC business guide, or the one down the bottom for some more old Grumpy Gamer goodness. Stay safe, wash your hands, and we'll see you in the next video.